come to order.
Recording in
Tonight,
progress.
Monday, October 13th, 2025, Planning Commission meeting. Commissioner Dodds, would you lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance?
Will everyone stand, please, and recite with me? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Director, would you like to call roll?
Yes, thank you. Chair Morrissey,
Here.
Commissioner Rosales,
Present.
excuse me, Vice Chair Anthony,
Present.
Commissioner Redgate,
Here.
Commissioner Gonzalez,
Here.
Commissioner Balma, and Commissioner Dodds.
Present.
Thank you.
Mary Sue, do we have any communication on matters not on the agenda?
Chair Morrissey, yes, it looks like we have one item. Would you like me to proceed?
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. I have Kim Miller. If you would please approach the lectern, you will have 3 minutes to speak. And just to clarify, we need to make sure it's not the Guahomie Lake Homes, okay? Because this is reserved time for non-agenda items. Okay, thank you.
Thank you. We'd like to approve the minutes of our last meeting. Can I get a motion?
I motion to approve the minutes.
Okay. A second?
I'll second.
Thanks, Commissioner Dodds. Let's vote.
Let the record show that the motion passes 6 with 1 abstain. Thank you.
Okay, I see no matters on the consent calendar or transportation items, so I would say we'd go right into public hearings, but we've already heard this issue, so this is, tonight, we're not going to be having a public hearing. But before I get into that, can we get disclosures, please? Commissioner Dodds.
Read the staffing report and been by the area again.
Okay, thank you.
Staff report, did another site visit and met with the applicant and read a lot of emails from all of you.
I read the emails, went over the paperwork, did a site visit, and that's it, but I will not be voting.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, I remember this from our last meeting and reread the materials and looked at the emails that we just got in. Commissioner Rosales?
Yeah, President, at the last meeting, did another site visit and received a staff report, update, and a bunch of emails.
Staff report, met with the applicant, met with Preserve Calavera, went to visit the site again, and read all of the community input.
Thank you. I actually also met with the applicant.
Yeah, you know what? I did too, so I need to put that in the record. Manny, I was going to go ahead.
I need to add that I've met with the applicant as well.
Okay, perfect. Okay, one more. Commissioner Anthony.
All right, staff report, the emails, some of them, and was at the last meeting.
Okay, great. Manny, I was going to go ahead and read it, but why don't you just lead us right into it?
Okay. Good evening, Chair Morrissey, members of the Planning Commission. Manny Baez here, Principal Planner, presenting this item. Just some background. It consists of a tentative track map, development plan, and density bonus application. On August 11th of this year, the Planning Commission considered the proposed project consisting of the tentative track map to subdivide the 16.7 acre site into 83 single-family residential lots and 6 common area lots. It also included a development plan for the construction of 83 single-family detached homes and associated site improvements, including landscaping and recreational areas. and a density bonus, requesting a 20% density bonus in exchange for reserving 5% of the units, 4 units, for homes for very low-income households. An environmental impact report, EIR, was also prepared for this project in accordance with the California Environmental Quality Act. After presentations by staff and the applicant, members of the public commented on the project. Public testimony included concerns regarding impacts to wildlife and existing habitat, equestrian safety, increased traffic, and inadequate evacuation capacity. There were also letters submitted on the project from the public, Preserve Calavera and the Chatton Brown Law Group. The Planning Commission raised questions regarding the required mitigation land for coastal sage scrub, consistency with the general plan and zoning standards, calculation of baseline density, the scenic park overlay and equestrian overlay standards, and the location of private entrances to the proposed development. A motion to certify the EIR failed by a vote of 4-2. The proposed project was denied based on the Planning Commission's express reasons given at the hearing. Formal action is being requested of the Planning Commission at this hearing. Staff would like to take this opportunity to provide further clarification on a few concerns raised at the previous hearing with regard to the equestrian overlay. The overlay imposes development standards of an additional 7,200 square feet of usable area for a horse yard, and also a 10-foot wide public equestrian trail and split rail fencing for all lots. The applicant is requesting waivers for these development standards. State density bonus law prohibits the city from applying any development standard that will have the effect of physically precluding a construction of a compliant project at the proposed density and affordability level. And we're providing further clarification on incentives and concessions and waivers. State density bonus law allows an applicant to request an incentive or concession from a standard that provides an identifiable cost reduction, and waivers from development standards that physically preclude development densities being proposed. The requested incentives, concessions, or waivers must be approved unless findings are made. The granting would result in a specific adverse impact defined as a significant, quantifiable, direct, and unavoidable impact based on objective, identified written public health or safety standards, policies, or conditions. The receipt of a density bonus, incentive, concession, waiver, or reduction of development standards shall not constitute a valid basis on which to find a proposed housing development project is inconsistent or not in compliance or not in conformity with an applicable plan, program, policy, ordinance, standard, requirement, or similar provision. With regard to the proposed density for the project, the density calculation was based on the net developable acreage. However, the California Department of Housing and Community Development states that implementation of state density bonus law must be based on the gross site acreage. Using the net acreage, the site would have 74 units or could develop 74 units under the base density. And with the 20% density bonus, they could develop 89 dwelling units on the site. Only 83 are proposed at this time. Using the gross acreage of 16.78 gross acres, up to 100 units could be developed on the site, and with the 20% density bonus, up to 120 units could be developed on the site. There were also concerns raised regarding evacuation capacity at the site. Here we have fire severity zone maps for the city. On the right, at the far right, you have the entire city and the project area shown with the star, and then you have a blow up here on the left, and that's where the project is at. The project is not located in a designated high fire severity zone. The applicants, however, are voluntarily incorporating a fuel modification plan as part of the project, and they are using ignition-resistant building materials on lots on the north side of the site. There were also concerns of development taking place within the park. Here's an aerial of the project site and the surrounding area. On the right, you see the project site, like outlined in white. You can see that the project site is not part of the Pahomie Regional Park. There are several existing residential developments located in the immediate vicinity of the park. It is also apparent that the proposed project would not encroach into the park. In response to comments received on the EIR, additional revisions were made to the EIR. And we'll go over those quickly here. For the fire protection plan, corrections to figures 3 and 4 in response to public comments, those were made. In addition, for the fire protection plan, the project is located outside of the, there was a clarification added that the project is located outside of the very high fire hazard severity zone, and that no off-site maintenance is proposed, and that the applicant has voluntarily agreed to include the fuel modification zone and implementation fire safety measures exceeding code requirements. There was also changes to the response to comments, and responses were just revised to align with the fire protection plan. For the errata, minor corrections were made, including adding a reference to the California Department of Fish and Wildlife and mitigation measure number 7 under bio. And none of these corrections or changes constitute a significant new information or have altered environmental conclusions presented in the draft or final EIRs. Staff has provided the Planning Commission with 2 options. The staff recommends that the Planning Commission make a motion and take final action by certifying or rejecting certification of the EIR and by approving, modifying, or denying the project. And you have 2 options in your staff report. The first option is to reject certification of the EIR and deny the project. And the second option is to certify the EIR and approve the project. So they're given in your staff report. We have them here on the slide as well. That concludes staff's presentation.
Do you have any questions for Weiss?
You know, I always have a question. One thing you didn't cover with all this, which was great, was that one of my kind of like pet peeves was the mitigation is not going to happen in Oceanside. It's going to happen at Quarry Creek, which is Carlsbad. Is there any way, like this is like right next to the park, this is like it's got its own riparian kind of area that probably has to be kind of like maintained and done something to. There's no way you can actually just keep it within Guahomie and not take it to Carlsbad?
There's not a bank, I guess, available in the immediate area. There might be the development of a bank within the city, but that's not available right now. So right now, the only mitigation is outside of the city.
So how long do they have before they have to, like, so how much time is that? Can City of Oceanside create a bank before this project is actually completed, or does it have to be done before the project starts? I mean, I just wonder what the timing is.
Thanks for the question, Commissioner Balma. I have been working with our sustainability administrator and a number of representatives from the public, including resource agencies. We're trying to establish a formal mitigation bank. First of all, to establish the habitat area at El Corazon, and then the potential for another area, we call it Vista del Valle. Right now, we just received City Council approval to move forward with hiring a consultant to develop the restoration plan for El Corazon, and then we would be doing the same thing for the other site. But as Manny said, at this time, we just don't have that mitigation available within Oceanside that I know of.
How long do you have to be able to, like, say you're obviously marching in the right direction. So if it takes like a year, like how long is it going to take before this project gets built, completed and all that? Is there time that there can actually be still mitigated here in Oceanside rather than?
So I don't want to misspeak. This is actually the first time that the city is going through this, and my first time too. So I just don't have that information for you. I'm sorry.
Okay, all right.
I see nobody else.
Well, I think, thank you, Chair. I think I started this last time, so why not do it again this time? Appreciate staff, the extra time spent on dealing with this issue and bringing it back to us. We can see by the audience here that there's a lot of strong feelings about this, and this is, of course, balanced by the need to develop some more housing, not just in Oceanside, but in all of California. So again, I said, think last time that we regularly see new developments comes through that make it, that they're difficult for us to balance that need with the communities that it's affecting. So the applicant put a lot of effort into this project. I looked through the EIR again, and I see that they did modify the fire safety issue that was that we asked questions about last time. So appreciate that. It's not a perfect project. It's got certainly some things that I struggled with, and I know the community has their own opinion. Last time, I think the comment I made that sticks in my mind was the issue of the overlay area, the equestrian overlay area, and I think I said, sort of paraphrasing, that I didn't think it was appropriate for me to overrule the city's, one of the city's policies on having an established overlay and then putting a development on top of that. I understand now via the staff report and some other research that because of what's going on in terms of housing needs in the state, the applicant asking for a waiver that we can consider disregarding that that overlay. I'm still not real keen on that, but I understand that there's at least another development in the area where the standards were not followed. And so I use that as my sort of gauge, those two items, as to whether or not I can support this project. So all that being said, I'll do what I did last time, and I'll make a motion that we approve the EIR and adopt the project, or approve the project, and then see if there's a second or a different idea on that.
So your motion to certify the EIR?
Correct.
Okay, do we have a second? Do we have any other discussion before we vote? Well, do we have a second, or anybody else wants to?
I took a long time to go back through all of it also, especially the question overlay, which was one of my main reasons for not supporting it. But along with the law and what Sacramento has done to us, when you have a density bonus project, it just takes away all that, which is kind of sad, because I live in Southmore Hills, and it's like I hate to have all that just taken away because of density bonus laws, but that's just the way Sacramento has put down the laws, and they even keep coming up with more. We get more all the time. So I guess it's because we need housing really bad, and so that's what they're doing it for. And in this project, after you go out there and look at it, and it's a beautiful piece of ground, and I think it's going to be a great place for these people to live. I mean, I think it's a nice, right there next to the park. Can't beat that. So, and they are not doing as many units as they can. They have reduced it, which is sensitive to the area. They are going to preserve a lot of the riparian. In fact, all the riparian where all of the habitat would move through is going to be still there, which is kind of a good thing. I wish we could mitigate in Oceanside and not Quarry Creek and Carlsbad. That's still something I don't like. But, there's nothing that says this is going to be against the health and safety of your neighborhood. There's nothing that you have shown us, that the city has come up with. So unless there's something like that you can actually stand on, we can't go against it. It's just the way the law states. So as much as I don't really feel, like maybe I shouldn't approve it, I'm going to go ahead and offer a second to Commissioner Rosales' motion.
So we have a second. Please vote.
Hang on one second. Well.
Are we not supposed to be voting for the EIR
Now it's together.
Okay, so what the motion is on the EIR, which is what we're doing right now,
Option 2.
and then we're gonna vote on certifying the project. So you understand? Okay, all right, so.
Hang on one sec.
We voted.
Yep, hold on. Maybe.
The motion was to certify the EIR and approve the project, which can be accomplished by adopting the two resolutions that, right, there's a separate one for certifying.
Yes.
Yeah, under option 2, there are two resolutions that are to be adopted. So it can be two different votes. Yeah, I mean, that's how we've set it up, is to have two separate votes. So if you want to split it up, that's fine. So the first motion would be to,
The author of the motion state his motion.
Okay.
Yes, I can certainly split them up if that's easier. We've done that in the past on other projects where we have an EIR. So my motion is to certify and adopt the EIR.
And I'm going to go ahead and clear the vote and have you all vote again. Thank you. Let the record show the motion passes 5 yeses, 1 no, 1 abstain.
When a person abstains, Barbara, do we need to have a reason for that, or is that, what's the normal procedure with that?
correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe Commissioner Redgate abstained because she wasn't here for the prior hearing.
That's correct.
That's correct.
But she, gotcha, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I'll offer a motion then. I'll read it as opposed to just winging it. I will offer a motion to approve the tentative map T2204 development plan D2209 and density bonus DB 2205 for the construction of 83 single-family homes at Coahomie Lake Road.
Someone else want a second? I guess it's me again. All right, I guess it's me again to offer a second, again. I would support that motion. Okay. Sorry, folks.
Let the record show the motion passes 4 yes, 2 no, 1 abstain.
You can always take this to the appellate court, I guess, thinking the city council, if you don't like the outcome, that's your choice. And so, we're gonna go to the next measure, so if you'd like to stay, you're welcome.
It was in the bag. Huh. Yes. It's been a long time. You know, and when you look at everything, there's only one thing we can do. What are we supposed to do? Yeah. I mean, I was really bummed about the equestrian relay too, but that's what it says. Density bonus just throws it all out the door. It's just unfortunate.
After talking to the applicant,
Yes.
when I asked about there being restrictions for them impacting the equestrian paths, they're saying, they told me there, they explained, they showed me the map, that what they were building had no impact.
There was no equestrian paths anywhere.
Anywhere.
Nothing. Got it. There was no equestrian walking. There was no horse walking through there ever.
It's
And then when you look at the actual overlay, there's not that many people who have horses in the whole overlay. So it's kind of like a dead, you know, it doesn't really. So. Oh. Oh, wow, that was fast. Jeez, we get to go.
No report.
I just wanted to add to the record that it is Indigenous Peoples' Day today, and I just wanted to give thanks and appreciation for the traditional stewards of these lands, the Luiseno people.
No report.
Nothing to report.
Well, we have at the California Surf Museum, which I'm on the board, a fundraiser coming up. It's for our like to keep our museum going. It's going to be on November 1st at the Seabird Resort in Oceanside, and looking forward to it.
Thank you.
What day of the week is November 1st?
November 1st,
Is what day of the week?
it's a Saturday.
Saturday.
It starts at 2, though, so it's good for all you older folks that can't stay up late. We will have coffee, though.
Commissioner Redgate.
I don't, but I want to second Commissioner Gonzalez. Thank you.
My report would be that Oceanside's Finest Basketball Club recently got together and raised some money for our boys and girls that are 5 through 14. And it's a club that teaches basketball, but they really teach character, and they just happen to be playing basketball. So it was a great event, and we did well. So I think that really bodes well for the city of Oceanside, and most of our city leaders were there supporting it. So we had our supervisor and a couple of mayors from different cities, so it was well attended. So that's my report. Director?
Yes, thank you, Chair Morrissey. There's quite a few developments happening in the city. 401 Mission, which is known as the Regal Theater site, went back to City Council on October 1st. The applicant had voluntarily expanded and redid the plaza area, and it's both increased in size and quality. So that is the last and final action on the Regal Theater site. Last week, there was a special city council meeting. Excuse me, I'm a little under the weather, so. And that was for the Oceanside Transit Center, as well as the 810 Mission site up the street, which are the existing North County Transit District headquarters. The city council had voiced several concerns about the transit center project, and the item is going to be continued to be heard on November 19th. On Wednesday night at the regular city council meeting, the council will hear an appeal on the Gray Street project, which came before this commission. Also to hear the Garrison Townhomes project at the former elementary school. And then 901 Mission will be heard, which is just up the street. People refer to it as the Belvedere site. It's across from the high school. That's about 273 units in commercial space. So we're hard at work. We're still undergoing interviews for the vacancies that we have, but we're all kind of working towards progress.
Thank you. Anyone else? If not, then we'll see you at the next meeting, 6 o'clock, Monday, October 27th. This meeting's adjourned.
Recording stopped.